Welcome back to Water Watch, your go-to source for updates on water levels, drought conditions, and snowpack across California and the western United States. Today, we're focusing on California's major reservoirs and the latest snowpack levels, which are crucial for maintaining water supply as we head deeper into winter. Let's break down where things stand and what it means moving forward. Starting with Lake Shasta, California's largest reservoir, water levels remain steady at 1,033 feet, the same level as it was on February 1st. The reservoir is 79% full and sitting at 109% of its historical average for this time of year. Since mid-November, it has risen 48 feet, a solid increase, though additional snowmelt later in the season will be key to further gains. Next, Lake Oroville continues to show strong recovery, now at 861 feet, which is 84% full and 127% of its historical average. Since November 18th, the lake has risen an incredible 106 feet, marking one of the most significant improvements among California's major reservoirs. Over at Trinity Lake, current water levels are at 2,342 feet, with the reservoir now 83% full and 121% of its historical average. It has climbed 31 feet since mid-November, showing steady improvement. Trinity has historically struggled in recent years, so this upward trend is encouraging. New Maloney's reservoir is currently at 1,046 feet, sitting at 81% of capacity and 134% of its historical average. While this is above normal for this time of year, the reservoir has only gained 11 feet since November 18th, meaning inflows have been slower compared to other lakes. San Luis Reservoir, a critical storage site for California's water system, now stands at 515 feet, at 82% full and 101% of historical average. Since mid-November, it has seen a substantial rise of 57 feet, reflecting strong early-season inflows. Moving on to Don Pedro Reservoir, current levels are at 787 feet, making it 75% full and 102% of historical average. It has risen 13 feet since November 18th, putting it in a stable position heading into the second half of winter. At Lake Berryessa, water levels are currently above full pool, which is great news for this region. With recent rainfall and steady inflows, Berryessa is one of the few reservoirs that has already reached capacity this season. Folsom Lake, known for its rapid fluctuations due to flood control operations, is currently at 431 feet, sitting at 64% full and 125% of its historical average. Despite being lower than some other reservoirs, it remains in a strong position compared to previous years. Looking at Lake McClure, current levels are at 817 feet, which is 70% full and an impressive 138% of historical average. This marks one of the healthiest reservoirs in the state in terms of seasonal storage compared to normal conditions. Pine Flat Lake, primarily used for irrigation and flood control, is currently at 867 feet, 57% full, and sitting at 120% of historical average. While still relatively low in terms of overall capacity, it remains above historical norms. Now let's talk about snowpack, which is a major driver of future reservoir levels. As of today, the statewide snowpack is at 83% of normal for this date, meaning we are slightly behind where we should be at this point in the season. Breaking it down by region, the Northern Sierra Trinity is at 100% of normal, meaning it is right on track for average snow accumulation. The Central Sierra is at 76% of normal, indicating a slight deficit that will need more storms to catch up. The Southern Sierra is at 75% of normal, meaning snowpack in this region is also lagging behind typical levels. Overall, California's reservoirs are in a strong position, with most sitting at or above historical averages for this time of year. However, snowpack remains slightly below normal, particularly in the Central and Southern Sierra, which are crucial for late-season runoff. Thankfully, the forecast for the first half of March shows high likelihood of more storms bringing snow and rain to add to the state's water storage. That's it for this week's Water Watch. If you found this update helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates on California's water levels, drought conditions, and snowpack reports. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.